Bomb's already in place. They do still have the man advantage on VP's side, and they are coming around from Boiler now. In fact, they're going to go further than that. They're going to get inside apartments. This puts a lot of pressure onto Zipnix, who's inside the pit. CajunB spotted up. He's got nowhere to hide inside the site. Has to just secure him behind the box. Zipnix does get the first. This brings it even, but there's Taz, and now they can just swarm. One to get on the defuse. Oh, I take that back. My mistake. Zipnix did find that first kill, so he gets it into Taz. It's a one-on-one, but he's going to get it nonetheless. And this time has a kit. There's no mistake. He will get the defuse.
Yeah.
I missed Zipnix getting that first kill on apartments. That was my mistake. I thought there was still 2 up for VP.
Oh, yeah. I mean, but the thing is, that there, you saw that was a very awkward plant. Especially knowing that you have guys in pit, having that plant. Sure, you never really know. Actually, it doesn't make any sense to actually plant like that. There's way better positions, even when you do have, even if you don't know if there might be one coming from quad or not. You can just plant further into the site, and you still have a better angle in pit. Instead, Zipnix had to run up just to check if Taz was actually fully defusing.
Yeah, it makes it a lot easier to bait out the fake.
But yeah, they did come back a little bit. It's 9-6.
I mean, this is a game. This is absolutely a game. Virtus Pro win pistol, barring any anti-ecos. We go 9-9, and it's a heads-up battle. It's so close between these two teams. TSM, CajunB on the way across does fire down middle and spots that they're all there. They're not going to stop. Virtus Pro are just rushing into the A site right now. Both sides as well. 2 over to Truck, 2 over to Arch. Make it 3 over to Arch on the backside. In fact, they fell off Truck entirely. So now they've got the option. Device is passively inside the site. Has to hit that first shot. CajunB, Dupree have done their job, and they're going to get more. Look at them just mowing them apart. Good hold, TSM on the backside. They only lose Device, who was completely trapped.
Yeah, and that was so key from Device. They're actually falling back from Arch towards the bomb site, and just have Kerrigan work from pit and just try and catch some bullets. And by the time they were running into the site, Device was there. He managed to pick up one, and then it managed to fall. But it was a great hold by TSM, and very patient play by them, actually choosing to go defensive and just do the long aim duels.
M4 up for CajunB. He's the one holding, as we saw on the balcony, toward apartments. He can't get too aggressive with that in that angle, though, because if he rushes up, drops it to these pistols, then they just secure a rifle completely for free. So he'll hold back with Dupree down below with the SMG, covering off Boiler and Device on Arch side as always. VP taking their time, taking a peek before that splash, or pardon me, that smoke comes out. Not a lot of damage dealt. Zipnix down to 52, but it went more the other way. Kerrigan's still there to add the damage. Pasha just wants to hold them, because they've already got 3 players up to the top of middle. They've actually already wrapped around. Device has to hold. He's got 1 with the SMG. Make it 2. Can he get all 3? It's Kerrigan to collect the 3rd. He has to switch over to the pistol because he's out of ammo. And meanwhile, Zipnix will catch Pasha, who was trying to come in on B, and Snacks went back around the long way to join in because the wrap didn't work, and he's going to drop as well. Flawless 2nd round from TSM, and now they're building bank.
Yeah, and that was a full buy by Virtus Pro as well, so they're starved right now. Sure, they lost the pistol, they opted to buy. Gonna have to save here and just try to start winning some weapon rounds.
Dupree, Cajun take an early peek. Actually, just going to throw the nades down. Does do reasonable damage onto Pasha. Nades coming from in Banana as well. They don't go quite deep enough. Only slight damage to Taz. Zipnix, very aggressive peek on the back of that flash. Didn't blind them all, but he still gets 1 and falls. They're still going to pursue. The problem is they're inside the fire, and Pasha is losing life at a rapid pace. Down to 23 for him, and no advantage gained. His Device has already come over to join in the B hold as well. So Virtus Pro not finding anything to work with. Kerrigan in the corner, just in and out, trying to get the peeks. Does get 1. Zipnix finds the other on Neo, and Bialy tries to respond. He can't. And there it is. 1 more round, 2 in a row that they get all 5 without losing anybody. And yeah, look at the result. 83.50 for Zipnix. Op already out for Device, and still 2,300 in the wallet.
Yeah, I mean, look at CajunB, right? He has an M4 and still 5.5k in the bag, so it does love when you don't end up losing men during the anti-ecos.
Very interesting. Device actually had the front spawn to go directly to mid and take that pick. Instead, he runs all the way to apartment. I think he actually may have gotten boosted up on top of the awning as well on Truck's side. Just judging from the minimap as Kerrigan, here it is. Here's that deep smoke from TSM. He's already down. He's actually, between the two of him and Zipnix, he's the one who's more likely to get into a secured spot and play that angle. Whereas Zipnix tends to stay just a little bit too much out in the open and pays the price oftentimes, as Dupree does get Neo. That'll slow down your push toward top middle. And the Op's fallen back over to the Arch side, so they didn't get anyone up aggressively toward it, and Device comes out. And all they were looking for was the early pick by boosting him up there. Was getting the early pick from Device, and then the rifle was right below him to support when he fell. So get the first shot, hopefully try and get someone to come out and trade, and then realize he's got more than just one to deal with.
Yeah.
But here it is, Kerrigan's deep, another smoke out. VP are heading in that direction. Kerrigan just needs to be patient, as Dupree does have company inside, but there's the first. Kerrigan's there, and the fire actually divides them, so he doesn't even have to worry about the trade. And he gets the AK for free. Does go aggressive on the peak. Pasha gets a little bit of damage dealt to him, but Bialy's coming around pre-firing, and he makes no mistake. Zipnix gets back into him, though, supporting from the top. And already the rotations have come around, so they've got 2 at the B site with only 2 VP players left, and they are coming fast because there's not a lot of time. 17 seconds, and now it's just down to 1, and that bomb's dropped. Device closes them both up close. And it's 13 rounds TSM.
Yeah, and this is looking extremely difficult. You see, actually, yeah, see, this is what we're talking
Hello,
about.
Cadian.
Cadian, yeah, great. I love the bias we have over
this
here.
guy, everyone needs to call him out on that.
Yeah, I call bullshit. We should not let him in here ever again.
Done.
But again, yeah, for TSM, they only lost that one guy that round, the weapon round. So their economy is blooming right now.
Well, that's the big thing. Blooming and completely foiled on Virtus Pro's side. Look at the pistols they've got to deal with. Only 1 Tech 9. Bialy again with the auto fire, but Snacks is already down. Cajun B collects him, falls off as well. Doesn't overstay his welcome. Smart play, gets the man advantage and lets them secure the sites as we see Device still looking for a peek. I mean, this is standard formation right now from TSM. This is a lot more disciplined. Bit interesting they want to give up truck side that deep, though, as we do see Dupree actually falls inside the site. So that means it's 2 angles to hold for Cajun B if they come around the corner.
Yeah, he does have them also, though, to hold them off a little bit.
Pasha tries to get the flash out, get around the corner. There's a secondary smoke, so he will get that far, but he won't have any information on how much further to go. And as he does, he mans up, tries to run forward. He discovers that Kerrigan's already made his way over from the B site. Through the smoke, Taz the middle of a reload, can't do anything. It's 14-6, and opposite story to Mirage.
Oh yeah, I mean, this is completely different, right?
I guess, I mean, it just goes to show when Virtus Pro can get things rolling. I mean, there's a reason they're called Virtus Plow.
Yeah.
They don't stop. Right now, they can't even get started.
Yeah, like, TSM completely outplaying them right now on Inferno, so... but yeah, now it actually looks like VP is a little bit cold, so they probably had a pretty decent idea at TSM as well. Again, you know, it's not like Inferno is a bad map for TSM. I was just probably expecting a little bit more coming out of the
And this
VP
is
side.
something, sorry not to intrude, as we already see Device getting the shot on Neo. This is something they will do. They'll run a 3-play at B with Device up close, and whoever the third man is, whether it's Zipnix or Kerrigan, will stay back towards CT and pop a flash over the roof, and Device will take the peek. That's exactly what happened, and he got the first shot with the op that time.
Yep.
So that's just spawn play from TSM. They're very dynamic about using that.
Yeah, which is great. You also see here the good thing about TSM as well. They get the pick, they fall passive, they go defensive, because again, they know that VP needs to make a move.
So Zipnix goes back over to A as a result of Device holding station. Smoked off at Arch, though. He needs to be quick to get inside the library because they are going to round this corner, but they're being quite slow about it. That one flash delays them. And Zipnix was going to discover there's a smoke screen there as well. Look how aggressive he's being about it. He does actually spot them. He spots one, makes it a good shot on Bialy, but has to fall. Manages to get in the doorway quite swiftly, so they won't be able to spot him. And Pasham doesn't care. He wants to go forward, does finally turn around, and Zipnix has already come out. So Taz gets one. Deep in the site, Snacks wants to join him. Snacks, that's Taz. As the Devil puts the bomb down, and Snacks looks for the last player inside pit, the only one over on the right side. The other 2 are in front of library. As Kerrigan gets in behind, and they make no mistake. They'll clean this up, and we are going to match point already.
Yeah, and that is such a difficult position to be in, knowing that you do have one guy in pit, just waiting. He's not even showing himself, because you know, just them knowing that he's there will just make life so difficult for VP.
A lot different face this time. I mean, it looks still quite neutral and monotone, but there's a slight sparkle in the eye from Device, a little more of a smirk when we first came to him. Last game, he just looked completely ghostly, staring out as if, like, what the hell is going wrong? And
it kind of looked like the smirk that Cadian had when he was standing behind him.
I don't know if it was quite that smirk. It's hard to have.
Oh yeah, I mean,
it's hard to look like a
Cadian
shit-eating
smirk,
grin
yeah.
with
The
when you're not
smirk
Cadian.
was massive.
And here we go again. Device early and aggressive onto B. Kerrigan also forward. Will catch Pasha, so Device doesn't even have to make the shot. And Kerrigan gets away with reasonable HP considering the exchange. He gets 66 and out. But the push will come on toward the apartments. Fire out from Zipnix. This will hold him and slow them down. And look at the crossfire. No smokes, and that's your bomb down. So this is all going the way of TSM. Pistol comes around the corner. It's Snacks, who does get into Dupree on the backside coming out from apartment. But he's all that's left. 1-on-3. Does try and fight his way around the corner. Immediately canceled out from a flash. And the smoke screen does get Zipnix. Device gets aggressive. He's spotted. Kerrigan needs to go out now, or Device needs to fall. Device falls. Kerrigan comes out, so they do it in complete opposite fashion, and we get 16-6. Yet another map that goes quite one-sided, which we don't see in this series, but we're back on even keel.
Yeah, yeah, completely opposite. Like, after watching the Mirage game, you would never think, yeah, sure, again, TSM